Not a week goes by, I don't hear of some transaction, $400, $500, $600, $700,000 is transferred, and this money goes missing.
Hey everyone, I'm Claudia, and this is Social Questions by the Top Choice Awards. Today we're here with Peter Mason, founder of PBM Law, Edmonton's top choice real estate law firm of 2026. Happy to have you on the show.
Claudia, thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Edmonton's being called one of the last truly affordable major cities in Canada right now. People are packing up from Toronto and Vancouver and moving here in droves. How has that wave of new buyers changed the volume and complexity of what comes through your door?
Well, that's actually, it was supposed to be a secret, right? We don't want anybody to know.
Okay, so we're going to stay quiet?
Edmonton is absolutely recognized as one of the last truly affordable major cities in Canada. We've seen that shift firsthand here at the firm. There's a noticeable increase in clients relocating from the GTA, also Vancouver, bringing sort of more complex financial structures and for sure higher expectations. This has resulted in higher volumes, but also a greater need for detailed legal guidance. Many of these buyers are moving quickly and sometimes underestimate the differences in Alberta's real estate system. So from our side, it means spending more time educating the clients and ensuring they fully understand the legal implications of their purchase. It's definitely added a couple new layers of complexity that didn't exist a few years ago. So our role has evolved to not just facilitate these transactions, but to act as a steady, informed guide in, quite frankly, a fast-moving environment.
Okay, well, most people think the real estate agent handles everything. And then they're blindsided when they realize they also need a real estate lawyer. Can you walk us through exactly what a real estate lawyer does that nobody else in the transition does? And why does it matter so much?
Right. So a common misconception is that real estate agents handle every aspect of the transaction, but the legal side is much more involved than people think. As a real estate lawyer, I'm responsible, or our firm is responsible for ensuring that the buyer receives a clear title to the property, free of any unexpected encumbrances or legal issues. So we review, register all legal documents, coordinate with lenders, manage the transfer of funds, and ensure compliance with all regulations. What many people don't realize is that even small oversights can lead to significant financial or legal consequences down the line. And that's why our role is not just administrative, it's protective. So at PBM Law, we take the time to walk clients through every step so they feel informed and confident. Ultimately, we're the final checkpoint before ownership transfers, and that responsibility carries a lot of weight. Zero stress.
Zero stress?
Right?
Is that possible? Zero. 4 locations, hundreds of 5-star reviews, a price match guarantee. What is it about the way PBM Law operates that keeps clients coming back and sending their friends and family your way?
Right. I think we now have close to 1,200 5-star Google reviews, and I can tell you they are hard to get.
Oh, I know.
You know, maintaining a good score is even harder. It's very difficult. PBM Law, I would say what sets us apart is our consistent focus on client experience and trust. A fairly high volume of 5-star reviews. Compared to other law firms, I would say we're, probably the closest I could think of. Usually around the 20 to 50 mark, I would say for law firms, yeah. We're approachable, we're responsive, transparent throughout the entire process. Our price match guarantee reflects our commitment to fairness, but it's really the service that keeps the clients coming back. We prioritize clear communication, take the time to answer questions thoroughly rather than rushing clients through the process. A large portion of our business comes from referrals, which speaks to the relationships we build. So for us, it's not just about completing a transaction, it's about creating a positive, lasting impression.
Love that. Well, real estate fraud is on the rise in Canada. Title fraud, mortgage fraud, fake sellers. It's becoming more sophisticated and more common. What should every homeowner and buyer in Edmonton know right now to protect themselves from becoming a victim?
Definitely a big topic. Yeah, they should probably just shut the door. Shut the door, close the windows. So, yeah, so real estate fraud is unfortunately becoming much more sophisticated and more common across Canada, and Edmonton is no exception. We're seeing increased cases of title fraud, mortgage fraud, even impersonation scams involving fake sellers. One of the most important things homeowners and buyers can do is ensure they're working with trusted professionals, right? And
Mhm.
verifying identities at every step. If you're unsure about something, pick up the phone and call, not the telephone number on the email you received, right? A telephone number from a second source, say it from a website, right? The title insurance is another critical layer of protection that can safeguard against certain types of fraud. From a legal perspective, we also conduct thorough due diligence to catch any red flags before closing. However, awareness is key. Clients should never feel rushed into signing documents or
Mhm.
especially transferring funds without full clarity. I swear there's not a week goes by I don't hear of some transaction 400, 500, 600, $700,000 is transferred, sometimes from clients to a builder, sometimes from a lawyer, the other way around, and this money goes missing. So the old rule, you measure twice, cut once, applies here, right? Before you click the send button, pick up the phone and just double check that the person on the other, it's the right account number, right? A
Of
little due
course.
diligence.
Yeah, it goes with everything. The spam emails are huge these days.
Right. I mean, deep fakes are now quite common. You can now download programs and create a deep fake in under 5 minutes. That's
And the voice changing and everything. The AI is scary sometimes.
it is. So you really have to be on guard nowadays. Even IDs, they can be changed. So you really can't rely on ID anymore. We have programs that verify ID, right? Somebody showing me an ID is really not reliable anymore, right?
I didn't even think about that.
So yeah, so we rely on programs to source out behind the ID, use
Right.
AI to facial recognition, that sort of thing.
Right, right.
Much better than me just looking at the ID, right?
With interest rates finally starting to come down and pent up demand exploding in Edmonton's market, bidding wars are back and people are making rush decisions under pressure. From a legal standpoint, what's the most dangerous mistake that you see buyers make when emotions and competition take over?
You're right, Claudia. So as interest rates begin to stabilize and demand increases, we are seeing more competitive conditions return to the Edmonton market. One of the most dangerous mistakes buyers make in this environment is waiving important conditions, such as financing or home inspections, in order to secure a deal. While this may make an offer more attractive, it can expose buyers to significant financial and legal risk. If you're going to go down that road, you better be able to pay for the house. Another common problem is often clients will waive conditions on a pre approval. So there's a pre approval, there's a final approval from your lender. So we always tell our clients do not waive any conditions until you have something in writing from your lender confirming final approval, no conditions. And approach these transactions with a clear understanding of the risks. Seek professional guidance before making these rush decisions and before signing anything, right? A home purchase is still, it's one of the largest investments most people will make.
It's a
And it's
huge deal.
important it's done carefully.
Well, thank you for all that information. I learned a lot today. And thank you so much for being with us. Congrats again on your win. What would you like to say to your top choice award voters?
You know what? It's all about the team here. Obviously, I can't do this on my own. So we have a
Mhm.
tremendous team here, dedicated, and usually I'll unlock the doors and let them leave about 7 or 8 at night. Right?
Wow, those were some late nights. Well, thank you again. This has been another episode of Social Questions.
Thank you, Claudia.